Well, I'm in Cut Bank, Montana today, doing a level 2 inspection on a pretty cool 1960s home. We're back on the other side. So the previous homeowner just had this log in here for decoration, which looks pretty nice, but yeah, so we have some fire brick around here. In the bottom there's even an ash dump there that empties into the crawl space. Looks like it takes some twists and turns up there, so I'm excited to get the Snaplok camera up and running and see what we find. So right from the start, I could see a few cracks here and there in this masonry part of the fire or the chimney, where it kind of twists up through the attic to connect with the straight part where the flue tiles are. So yeah, you can see there, it's a super small crack, and there's another one coming up later. So I wasn't too concerned about that, but I think I will check back on it in years to come to see if it's getting any bigger. Here's where the clay flue tiles meet up with the masonry, and they're properly supported there, so that's a good sign. A little bit of creosote and soot, but not bad really. It was pretty clean. A little bit of gaps in the joints between the flue tiles and the masonry, but it wasn't too bad at this point. Now we're getting to the first joint between flue tiles, and this gap, you can see the mortar in there. Oh, there's some snow, by the way, it was snowing, but the mortar is definitely starting to get a little bit eroded, probably from all the moisture that's been making its way down that chimney for 60 years since there hasn't been a cap on it. So yeah, moisture will start to eat away those mortar joints, and if they get really bad, there can be a hole, and the products of combustion will just kind of vent right through there into the exterior chimney. So these don't look extreme, but certainly not tip-top shape. Now we're close to the top, last joint. Flue tiles are super clean up here, but you can see the gap or the joint is much worse up here. It's almost all eaten away through there. I mean, you can just see the snow sitting right there on the lip. So that's just going to melt and start eroding that mortar. Even though it wasn't super dirty, I cleaned it anyway just so the new homeowners could have a nice pristine fireplace to start with. There was an ash dump, so I had to go check out the crawl space, and I noticed there's a wooden form where they poured the concrete, so that has to come out since wood is a combustible material, so it's a fire hazard. And I also cleaned it out for him, and there was just so much ash in there. It's amazing how much these ash dumps can hold. I filled up 5 10-gallon trash bags full of ash. And I, of course, checked the attic to make sure that proper clearances were met. And it did look close, but there's still a 2-inch air gap. The last thing to do is get up on the roof and check the condition of the flashing joints and wash and measure for a cap.